Good morning, everybody. Erin here, E's Deals and Steals. I'll try to say my name more versus just E. But anywho, wanted to hop on here. Wanted to show you guys we are coming across more and more old pennies as they are bringing some stuff out for fall and winter. So we want to make sure that you guys are checking these items. But also I wanted to talk about I have caused some concern, some aggravation with one of my videos. There is a video that a manager approached us and then started talking. He did express a number of things that were happening in his store. And I've had a couple individuals, say that, hey, that wasn't right. You shouldn't have recorded that. On one hand, I get it. I totally get it. On the other hand, I guess I want to tell you why I chose to record. Okay. I have said in videos since I started that people needed to act like adults, that people needed to be respectful, people needed to stop making messes, people needed to stop arguing over pennies, people needed to understand the Dollar General employees are overwhelmed. I even had two ladies actually, that I had to block from the channel because they kept coming at me saying, we're all adults here. We don't need to be, told what to do. Based on the Dollar Generals I go into, yeah, some of y'all need to be told what to do because it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Just in the last week, I'm not even kidding, in the last week, 2 or 3 of the managers have told me their employees are getting cussed out over pennies. Because they're not really pennies. The customers are going into the store, they see something that looks like a penny, but it's not. It's a newer version, or it's been reset, or whatever the case may be. It doesn't scan a penny. It doesn't ring up a penny. And these people are cussing out the employees over pennies. That's a huge no-no. Big no-no. You're not going to get anywhere if you're being rude to the employees, especially cussing them out over pennies that obviously you are not doing your research. I said it. That's on you. You are not doing your research. You are not finding the pennies. It is not their fault that you are not finding pennies. Next, I have said many videos how I talk to managers and this is what managers say, and people come back and, oh, they don't say that. Oh, I even had a lady say, you're full of lies. Okay, number one. Oh, hold on, my arm's getting tired. Okay, number one, I don't lie, okay? These videos, a lot of them you see, they are in store as we're shopping. So I'm definitely not lying as I'm shopping. If I tell a story on here, I'm sorry, I don't make stuff up. I tell the story not to make anybody feel bad, not to make anybody whatever, but to help you. I'm trying to help you guys understand the nicer you are, the better you're going to do. I see on the Facebook pages so much about people, I can't find any pennies. There aren't any pennies in my store. And then I see they're saying, well, they got into a fight with the manager. Well, no, they're not going to help you. And if you've caused problems over pennies, then they're going to do everything in their power to get rid of the pennies so they don't have to deal with you. Okay? So, this manager, I wanted people to hear, not from my mouth, from their mouth. Because it's happening everywhere, every store. I had just been in that store a week prior. I talked to another, assistant manager, and he was telling me the same thing, that at his previous store, 3 people had just walked out. When we were in Indy doing remodels, one of the stores, literally one employee, only one employee, not for that day, but period. There's only one employee. He works every day because employees have walked out. This is the same store that he said he gets cussed out by people over pennies. So, the information that was given on that video, it was not in any way to hurt this person. And the chances of you knowing this person is very, very slim. I mean, we're talking about 50 states, how many Dollar Generals, okay, how many managers, how many assistant managers. The chances of you even knowing this person or knowing this store is slim. Very, very slim. So instead of focusing on, oh my gosh, I can't believe he posted that. He said he got a raise. He should have gotten a raise. Yes, Dollar General needs to treat their employees better. They need to pay them more money because they make them do so much. And they're doing it on very minimal hours that they're allowed to schedule people. They're doing it with very minimal employees. And this guy, he deserved a raise. Okay? He deserved a raise. He knew he deserved it. His DM knew he deserved it. And he got it. So good for him. Now, his raise, it's like a little over $100 a week after taxes. Okay? It's not like he got $1 million raise. It's not like somebody's going to beat him up because he's getting another $100 a week. Okay? Especially when he's working, I don't know, what do you say, like 90 hours a week he was putting in? Yeah. So take 90 hours a week and then the money that he gets paid. It's still not much money. It's still not enough for everything that he deals with at that store. People tear that store apart. People cuss out the employees. They cuss out the managers. It is a very, very hard store to work at. Hence why people walk out. But then there's other stores that they're not like this one, and people are still walking out. The point in all of that was for you guys to hear. Managers and employees are struggling. They are human too. Thank you, Sadie, for the steps. They're human too, and you need to treat them like a human. Stop treating them like trash. Stop cussing them out because you don't know what you're doing. I'm sorry, but I've got to be straight about this because I don't want anybody coming at me like, oh, that was wrong. You know what's wrong? Is those of you that are going into stores, you're pulling stuff, and you're arguing with managers, employees, over stuff that they're not pennies. Because you're not doing your research. You're not learning what you should be learning, and then you're taking it out on the employees. Then you're getting banned from the store. And then what does that gain you? Absolutely nothing. So the point in all that was, 1, stop it. Stop being rude. Stop making a mess. Stop hiding stuff. Try to treat the DG employees like you have a heart. There. That's it. That's what I wanted to get across. All right? Now, I'm going to go talk to this manager. And we'll see what he has to say. Okay? So that's what we're going to do. But right now, I do want to show you some old pennies to keep track of. Or to look for as they're bringing out the fall stuff. So, I'm going to flip you. So, yesterday we did do a couple videos. You saw them. We did go to another 2 stores. One store we did find some old stuff, some new stuff. And then the next store we didn't find, well, yeah, we did find stuff there. But anyways, I wanted to show you some of this old stuff just in case it is still in your store. Excuse me, or if they are bringing them out for the new fall. And I wonder, is that the same candle? It is. Okay, so first off, we have a gray dot. Now, we have a new gray dot right now that's FW21. But there's also an old gray dot that's FW20. So you want to make sure, if you see FW20, that you are scanning. Some are still full price, but there are still some out there that are pennies. This is an example. iMask, gray dot. I'm not sure which way that's supposed to go. Anyways, there it is. Okay. Next, Ashley found this one in a store. And this one is actually a blue dot, but it is from Fall Winter 2020. So, blue dot, FW20, make sure you're checking because they are pennies. All right. Next up, we are still finding the White Star socks. I found these. And then there's also the Wee Tots that pennied. And they also have a white star on them. And there were boys and girls that pennied. This is the only one I found at this store, but this is the girls. So it's a pack of them, and it's little ones. Okay? Next, and you saw this in one of our other videos. Oh, wait, where's those other slippers, Ashley? What'd I do with that box of slippers? Do you know? Ashley? Or is that Sean? Oh, do you know what I did with that box of slippers? Didn't we bring it in?
Yeah, I thought we did. I thought it was in a bag.
I don't know where it is. Okay, anyways, it's the exact same concept. So, okay. There's Red Square. Okay. Red Square is coming out, or is out. Some of them are, and they're new ones. But we also have old ones. Okay, so this one's a 2020 Red Square, and they, oh, thank you. And they were a penny. Now, there's new ones out that are slides, but these are not. They are all fuzzy. They have little things here, okay? Then we have this, and we found these after I stopped recording in one store. But Ashley saw these on the top shelf, and she's like, I wonder if those are new ones or old ones. So she pulled them down. Sure enough, they are old ones. Now, these you can see say MHF 19. So it looks like we've still got red squares out that have 2019 and 2020. And any of those should be pennies. And I just realized somebody put Jesus in there. I don't know why they did that. I'm sorry, Jesus. Okay. So, red square. Make sure you are checking the tags. And if they say 19 or 20, make sure you are scanning. Okay? Next up, new pennies that we found, that Ashley found on Tuesday. So then we have been finding them since then. So I just wanted to show you again. We've got this one, and we've got this one. So we found any of the memorial stones. There's also a square one with a stake. Those are pennies. They did follow the Memorial Day flowers. So that was a pretty cool find. These are great to put on graves. Oddly enough, we were checking out at the store with the random pennies, and sitting right on the counter, some graduation bubbles. So we went ahead and got those. We did find another purple dot. I know you guys have seen this, but I just want to show you again. There are still purple dots out there and purple clovers we are finding. We found another one of the Choose Joy purple dot. And then, as I'm at the register and I'm grabbing the graduation bubbles, then Ashley walks up with these 2 candles. And I'm like, oh, are those purple dot? And she's like, no, they're from last year. I remembered the shape of them. And I'm like, huh? Sure enough, she's right. This one they took the tag off of. If you look at this one, come on. Maybe it's not going to let us. Let's try this like my wonderful friend suggested. Okay. So this is a yellow dot actually, but it is from, you can't see that down there. It's so little. This square right at the bottom says H20. So I would assume home 20. So 2020. These are from last year. And they were still sitting on an end cap. And they were sitting with green dots, with new stuff. Or newer stuff. So, yeah, Ashley saw them and she's like, I know those. Sure enough, pennies. So, again, make sure you are checking anything red square that's coming in. It could be 2020. It could be 2019. Check your gray dots. Make sure that they are not pennies. The memorial stones, still the White Star socks. We do know there are exceptions all the time. So there are White Star socks that are excluded. Excuse me. There's some men's 2-packs, like fishing and hunting ones that are gray dot that are excluded. There's a men's 10-pack ankle sock variety that's excluded. There's little boys. I think it's a 10-pack that's excluded. So you have to scan to make sure they are pennies because there are exceptions to the rule like all the time. And I'm wondering if that's where we run into people arguing over pennies. I cannot stress enough, just because you see something in my video does not mean it is a penny in your store. First off, remodel pennies do not apply to any other store except that specific store that's remodeling, okay? So things that are a penny in that store are not pennies in other stores. And then when it comes to some other items, some stores, they go back and reset prices. Ashley and I have found a number of old pennies that are reset. So if it does not scan a penny or zero in your store, then it's not. Please do not take it to the register. Please do not argue with an employee or a manager. Don't treat them badly just because you can't find your pennies. That's not right. Okay? So there, I'm getting off my soapbox. But, I mean, I do. Anybody's welcome to comment. Let me know your thoughts on this. And, you know, I'm very open, all about discussing things. So if you have anything else to add, just let me know. All right? Everybody have a good day. Peace.